I'd like to introduce you to an acquaintance of mine. In fact, you might even call her a friend. She's been around with me for the last 30 plus years, forcing me to ask hard questions of my faith. For example, if God is all loving and merciful, why does he allow people who reject him, who refuse to be in relationship with him, to suffer forever unimaginably in hell? If the Bible is God's perfect word to us, why does it include punishments such as stoning, which would be considered cruel and unusual in any other context? How can God be the Trinity? In other words, three distinct divine persons who are simultaneously one. I mean, if they are distinct and divine, doesn't that follow that there are three gods? Time and again, my inner atheist, as I call her, forces me to confront questions like this. She's been in the background for every debate I've ever participated in, for every book I've ever written, but I've never offered her a front row seat to the conversation. That's about to change. In my new book, Conversations with My Inner Atheist, I allow my inner atheist to be the co-author of the book, to determine where the conversation goes, to ask me every hard question that she can come up with and see what replies I may have to them. The great civil rights activist John Lewis used to talk about a good kind of trouble. For him, fighting for civil rights was getting into a good kind of trouble. For me, wrestling with the difficult questions of Christian faith is a good kind of trouble. Growing up within the Christian church, I was often told to keep your doubts to yourself, to be certain of everything, and not to share questions with others that might unsettle or disturb them. If you start doing that, if you start rocking the boat, you're getting into trouble. But my inner atheist helps me see that, in fact, asking those difficult and hard questions is indeed a good kind of trouble. And I hope that you'll consider taking a look at our conversations in Conversations with My Inner Atheist. And maybe too, you might want to get into a little bit of good trouble.